Welcome to the Explainer. Now, if you're a Mac user, there's a really good chance you've got this absolute powerhouse of a productivity tool just sitting right there in your dock, and you might not even realize its full potential. So today, we're going on a little journey to completely master the built-in macOS Mail app. We're going to strip away all that confusion, skip the annoying tech jargon, and look directly at how to turn this native app into your ultimate communication hub. So ask yourself, is your inbox controlling you, or are you controlling it? I mean, we've all felt that creeping inbox anxiety, right? Watching that little red, unread number just tick up, feeling totally overwhelmed. But by the end of this explainer, you're going to transition from just barely surviving your daily emails to becoming an absolute power user. We'll build up your skills step by step, starting with the absolute basics and taking you all the way to advanced workflows that are literally going to save you hours.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, Navigating the Mail Interface.
And this brilliantly illustrates what you see when you first open the app. You're greeted with this beautifully clean, unified interface. You see, Apple specifically designed this so you aren't constantly clicking through a maze of hidden menus. Everything you actually need to process your incoming info is laid out right there in front of you. But, instead of looking at it as one giant, overwhelming window, let's break it down into a few manageable zones. So the interface is basically divided into 4 key areas. On the far left, you've got the sidebar. Think of this as your filing cabinet. It holds your inbox, sent mail, drafts, trash, and of course, all your custom folders. Then, moving one step over to the right, we hit the message list in the middle. This displays all the emails for whichever folder you've selected, giving you a really quick glance at the sender, the subject, a short little preview, and the date. Taking up the bulk of the screen on the right is the message viewer. That's where you actually read the full email, check out images, open attachments, the whole shebang. And finally, running across the very top is your toolbar, housing your most common actions like writing a new email, replying, or searching. Honestly, just knowing these 4 zones is your foundation. All right, moving on to Section 2, Setting up your accounts.
Now, here's a fun fact. Integrating your accounts doesn't actually happen inside the Mail app itself. It happens right in your Mac's system settings, specifically under Internet Accounts. And Mail natively supports almost everything you can throw at it. We're talking iCloud, Google, Microsoft Exchange, Yahoo, AOL, plus your standard custom accounts. What this means is you really don't need a totally separate app for your work Outlook and your personal Gmail. You can bring them all perfectly together right here in one central hub.
The exact flow for getting this set up is just incredibly straightforward. You just open Mail, head up to the menu bar, and select Add Account. From there, you pick your provider from the list, sign in with your normal credentials, and allow the permissions. Easy, right? But what's absolutely brilliant about this centralized approach is that macOS doesn't just sync your mail. In that final step, you can seamlessly sync your contacts and calendars too. It integrates everything across your entire Mac ecosystem with just a few clicks. Next up, Section 3, Composing and Sending Emails. When you hit that Compose button, a new window pops up with literally everything you need. The text formatting toolbar lets you easily change text colors, bold your fonts, align paragraphs, all the standard stuff. But the real magic here is how incredibly tactile handling attachments becomes. You don't have to go digging through some tiny paperclip menu if you don't want to. You can just grab a PDF, a document, or an inline image right off your desktop and drag and drop it directly into the message body. It's fast, it's fluid, and it's exactly how modern software is supposed to feel. Now, what's really fascinating about this slide is how macOS bridges the gap between hardware and software. If you're using a MacBook trackpad or a Magic Trackpad, you can process your inbox at lightning speed using physical swipe gestures. Just looking at your message list, simply swipe left on an email to instantly delete or archive it. Swipe right to flag it for later. And once you build up that muscle memory, wow, you'll be clearing out dozens of emails in seconds, and you never even have to aim your cursor at a tiny trash can icon again. A real game changer. Moving into the intermediate stuff. Section 4, Organizing with Smart Mailboxes. Listen, if you take only one single thing away from this explainer, please let it be this concept, the smart mailbox. Now, I know the term sounds a bit intimidating, maybe like some complex tech jargon, but just think of it as a highly trained automated assistant. A smart mailbox doesn't actually move your emails around. Instead, it's a live filter that automatically groups emails together based on specific rules you give it, like, say, showing you only unread messages or only emails from a specific person. When you compare standard folders directly against smart mailboxes, you immediately see a massive efficiency upgrade. Look, with standard folders, you're stuck manually dragging and dropping every single email to organize things. But smart mailboxes, they give you automated sorting. For instance, you could create a smart mailbox that pulls in every single email that contains an attachment, completely regardless of who sent it or what account it went to. It updates instantly in the background. It basically ensures you never ever lose an important file in the clutter again.
To really hammer this home, let's look at a practical example right from our source material. Imagine a cybersecurity student, right? They're juggling personal emails, school updates, lab assignments. It's a lot. A perfect setup for them would be creating static folders for school and labs. Then, they set up automated rules so any email from a professor automatically routes into the school folder. And finally, they create a smart mailbox specifically for unread emails with attachments. This means the second they open their Mac, boom, all their new homework assignments are sitting neatly in one place, automatically separated from all the junk mail. And the best part is you can adapt this exact same framework for your business, your freelance work, or just your personal life.
Unlocking the advanced tier now. Section 5, Advanced Features and Privacy.
Because Apple Mail perfectly leverages the Mac's built-in Spotlight search, finding an old email is just incredibly fast. Seriously, you aren't just searching for a basic keyword here, you can apply advanced filters instantly. You can search by a specific sender, sort strictly by emails that have attachments, or narrow it down to a specific date range. And the results? They appear almost instantaneously. But alongside that blazing speed comes some absolutely crucial security: mail privacy protection. So the crucial point is, when marketers send you a newsletter, they very often embed these hidden, invisible tracking pixels right inside the email. Why? To see exactly when you opened it, how many times you looked at it, and even your location based on your IP address. Kinda creepy, right? Well, Apple Mail has a built-in shield that automatically blocks those tracking pixels and routes your connection to hide your IP address. It basically lets you read your mail in peace without senders quietly building a profile on your daily habits.
Let's bring it home. Section 6, Power Tips and Workflows.
Look, if you really want to fly through your inbox, you gotta keep your hands on the keyboard. So here are the essential shortcuts that truly separate the pros from the beginners. Ready? Command-N to instantly start a new email. Command-R to reply. Command-Shift-R to reply to everyone on the thread. Command-F jumps you straight into the search bar. And the absolute most satisfying one of them all, Command-Delete to instantly banish an email right to the trash. If you master just these 5 shortcuts and combine them with those trackpad swipes we talked about earlier, you will literally cut the time you spend on email in half, for sure.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question to think about. How are you going to customize your setup to conquer your inbox today? I mean, we've covered the clean interface, the seamless account syncing, those speedy trackpad gestures, the magic of automated smart mailboxes, and of course, robust privacy protections. The tools are all sitting right there on your Mac, literally just waiting for you to use them. So the moment this explainer ends, I challenge you, open Apple Mail, set up just one smart mailbox, and take back control of your digital life. Thanks so much for learning with me today.